Vlog, oops. Or carrot. Hey, take two. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome, and if you're returning, then I just want to say a big thank you for supporting and maybe subscribing if you are one of my 27 subscribers. So today I wanted to talk all about the blog. So when I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to talk about, I asked about a bunch of different stuff, and the most popular response was about the blog. So I thought I would talk to you guys about, you know, how I started the blog, why I started the blog. Oh my god, blog. It's gonna be take a shot every time you hear blog. Kidding, don't drink. Don't drink. I don't drink that much. I don't know, take a Sour Patch Kid every time you hear the word blog. Or carrot. Okay, going off topic a lot. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I've been blogging for 2.5 years now. My blog is called Stains of Sunshine. It is a play on words from a translation of the word freckles in French. So there is no one word for freckles in French. It is tache de rousseur, which would literally translate to stains of redheadedness. But that's not something you can say. So I was like, that's something that not defines me, but you know, it's part of who I am. I don't know a lot of people who have freckles like me, so I kind of see it as my unique selling proposition. But it's like what makes me different. So my mom always used to say when I was a kid that they were kisses from the sun, so I decided to kind of keep that and go with stains of sunshine. And it also doubles as kind of a vision of how I see life, of kind of like a balance between maybe, you know, the stuff that is not so positive and not so fun, and you know, all the sunshine and rainbows and parties and good stuff. Stains has a very negative connotation to it, and sunshine is like sunshine. So I think that that's also like how my life has unfolded so far. And like I'm gonna be tacky for a second, but there is no rainbow without the rain first. So that's a little bit about the name. So rewind. This is not my first blog, so to say. It's not my first website either. So I started with a Tumblr account, I don't even know when, like years and years ago, and I would I don't even remember what it's called, but I would repost like other people's content, pictures that I liked, and so forth. And then not long after, I started another Tumblr account called Sarah's Pics, and I would share like some of my pictures that I was the most proud of, taken with my phone or taken with my camera, whichever. And I did that for a while. It was really fun and I enjoyed it a lot. And then I started a Wix account, a Wix website for all my photography. So it was literally called like Sarah Ostegui Photography .wix.com or something like that, because I didn't want to pay for the domain name. And that's where I showcased all of my photography and contracts that I would do, because I was trying to get contracts for photography. So I did a few maternity shoots, I did a wedding, I did portraits, I did fashion shoots, and a lot of travel photography for myself because I loved taking pictures on vacation. And I did that for well, it wasn't really a blog, I would just update it every now and then, so it's still technically active if you can dare to find it. And then in 2015 I applied and found out that I would be studying abroad for 5 months in Spain. So it kind of just all clicked in my head. I had been wanting to start a blog, but I didn't know what to blog about, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. And then I was like, okay, this is it. So in 2015 I started brainstorming names, looks, designs, you know, like what the website was gonna look like. Once I settled on a name, I bought the domain name for it, and I spent months and months, like a minimum of 6 months, on the design, the name, the branding, and everything in between. So when people say like, oh, I'm gonna start a blog, I'm like, go for it. 100%. Anyone can do this, like literally. But just be conscious about it. It's not something like you just start like that. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. Comments. But it's a pretty like lengthy process. I didn't just fall into this. So I spent months and months, and I launched the blog on January 1st, 2016, and on mid-January I moved to Spain, and that's when I started blogging about the whole experience of living abroad and studying abroad and making new friends and being away from family. So I would post a lot about lessons that I've learned, you know, being away from home, and all the places that I was visiting, all the places that I was traveling to. And that's really how the blog started. That was like the base and the foundation of the blog. And then from then forward, I was also at the same time growing my Instagram, which I pretty much started doing Instagram seriously at the same time I decided I was going to do a blog. So I knew they would kind of go hand in hand, and it's been the kind of same routine ever since, except now I also have a YouTube channel, obviously. And Instagram has been a really good platform for me to redirect to the blog and to inform people about what's going on in the blog. And ever since coming back from exchange, which was summer 2016, I had to redirect the blog a little bit to another focus because I wasn't traveling as much. And so I started doing more lifestyle, food, beauty, fashion, and my Instagram's kind of the same way, except now in the past few months I've been focusing a lot more on fashion and outfits of the day, because that's where I want to branch out. And it's been great because, you know, Instagram and the blog has allowed me to do things that, oh my god, I could never dream about in a million years. You know, I used to follow all these people on Instagram and say, you know, like, oh my god, how do you get invited to these parties? Like, how do you get invited to these things? Like, who do you have to be to go to these events and get like PR packages and stuff? And now that's me, you know. I'm no Ami Song, but I'm able to say that I had a vision of where I wanted to be, and I'm making that vision come true, at least partially and in baby steps, but it's happening. And even so, like next week I'm going to New York Fashion Week, and I never thought in a million years that I would be going to New York Fashion Week, let alone be invited to some shows. So it's all about, you know, like knowing what you want, seeing that future goal, having that vision of where you want to be and who you want to be, and kind of saying, okay, what do I do now to get there? It doesn't go from like, okay, like tomorrow I'm invited to all the parties, tomorrow I'm getting all these packages, tomorrow I'm going to New York and they're gonna let me into their show. Like, it's really about that journey and not being afraid to take time. Like I started the blog in 2015, and well, thinking about the blog in 2015, and now we're like September 2018. Like, it takes a while. So, but it's been such a fun journey. I've collabed with some of my favorite brands. Just recently I've started collaborating with Aldo, and like Aldo has been literally like my favorite brand since I was a kid. Every time someone would have a birthday, I would buy them Aldo gift cards, and I didn't care if they liked the shoes or not. Like, I liked the shoes, so I was always buying my friends Aldo gift cards for their birthday. 75% of my shoes are Aldo, so it's really fun to see, you know, where a dream and a passion and a like just like hard work can bring you. And it makes me really excited to see, you know, where the future's gonna go. And I'm really excited to just continue blogging and see where that takes me. Everyone always asks me, you know, like, do you want to do this full time? If there's a world in which I can live off the income of my blog and Instagram, then 100% I'm gonna do that. But at the same time, I'm cautious and I'm setting up a plan A/B. You know, like, I went to school, I graduated with a marketing degree, I'm working in marketing, so I think it's also important to have that kind of like balance and a little bit of safety. That's really just like how I got the blog started. I don't know if this inspires you to start your own blog. I know a lot of people are starting their blogs now. I think it's so important, and like I know everyone says this, but to remain true to you. Only do stuff that feels comfortable, you know, like if something, like I always trust my gut and everything, and if it doesn't feel right, like it's probably not right for you. The female department that said, you know, vibes don't lie, and it's so true. So like all these collabs that maybe come to you, or opportunities that come to you, and you're like, oh, I don't know, like I should probably do it, but like it doesn't feel right, like don't do it. Just don't do it. Do what feels right to you. Do what fits with your brand, and kind of go from there, you know. Like I try to work with brands that I like, and I also like to work with not too many brands at a time of the same category, because I think it's confusing when I watch other bloggers and they're always posting different brands. I'm like, okay, but like are they all miraculous, like, or like do you have a favorite? So I try to do that. And just today I get a lot of messages from people that just like warm my heart and make me continue doing this, because it gets very frustrating at times. You know, the growth is super slow. Like I said, I've been doing this over 3 years. And like today someone was saying like it's really cool to watch you as you're not just shoving stuff down people's throats, like you're just living, and it just happens to be that this product like is perfect for you and they want to work with you. And to me that just means like absolutely the world. My whole purpose is to create stuff that is for you guys, that you guys will like. My whole YouTube channel, I always go through Instagram first to see what you guys want, first of all. Like I'm never gonna post something without asking before. So that's always been super important to me, and I will continue on the blog with that same vision. And I think that concludes the video. So I will link my blog below in the description and my Instagram. And if you're not already subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up, a like, comment, you know the drill. And I'm really happy I did this, and I'm really hoping that this is helpful to a few of you guys. And I think that's it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.